Cut that speaker off, sweetheart.
Power off.
Gotta go through it.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing.
Gotta go through it.
Bluetooth.
Good Lord. I've come this far on trust. Lord help me. There is stress. I'm a mess. Lord help me. Open the window up into your heart. I can do nothing without you, oh God. I'm praying, I'm saved by your grace. And I'm a heathen who believes I need a healing from this mess. It must be a test, Lord help me. All right. Bringing this new year in right. Second episode of You're a Mess for 2023. I'm going to jump this thing off right. When y'all jump in here and see me live, you know what it is. Get it popping. The wait is over after the love is gone. What does that really mean? Tell somebody that you know. After the love is gone, you have to make a decision. Oh, yeah. When the honeymoon phase is over, do you go or do you stay? To be or not to be? That's the eternal question. On True Love Tuesday, we're going to get into it tonight. The wait is over. Now, don't be two-stepping it. If you're going to make a decision, right? If you make the wrong decision, life goes on. It just means you're human. Don't be afraid to make a decision because you're afraid to make a decision. It's going to get deep tonight. Thank y'all for joining me. Remember that pretty soon we're going to have Shay Houston giving us not just the right or wrong segment, but some sports casting. I'm excited to see that. I myself will be doing some counseling and some matchmaking. So y'all can get your hands up and applaud that as well. And eventually we'll find time to knock these rhymes out for you, just a couple of these hot songs. And I will bring out the new remix version of the intro song. You're a Mess is a relationship podcast aimed to help you come out of a mess, to avoid a mess, and to find something healthy. If that's you out there, go to patreon.com/Coach Taibu, and I'm gonna hook you up. All right, get you on the first step online coaching program, and take the first step towards a relationship that you really want to have. All right. Move away from that for a second. Let's get the sound effects in here and let's get ready to rumble. All right. Bottom line. The host with the most, Taibu Muad'Dib, gunning down all the rest of the fake, phony podcasters. Why is You're a Mess special? It's not just because of the shame bag or the cool sound effects that Shay hooked up for me, or the nice big microphone. None of that stuff. You're a Mess is special because I turned the average barbershop relationship conversations into a whole platform that influences the culture. People are watching from across the seas, up north, out west, out east. It's a Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex original. All right. So shout out to the DFW out there. All the DJs online, all the DJs out there making it happen in the DFW. Just keeping these clubs popping. If y'all haven't been to Texas, if y'all haven't been to Dallas, man, these DJs down here are putting on. All right. Bottom line. So, what I want to do is talk about After the Love Is Gone. And I'm getting better at putting the movie clips in here for y'all. After the Love Is Gone, do you know what it looks like after the love is gone? Just think of a famous movie scene where people have broke up, and what that looked like, right? So when you think about it, I mean, what's a good look? So there's definitely a movie called Breaking All the Rules, where Jamie Foxx is doing this. I like this book. You know what I'm saying? This movie. All right. Uh, just putting it out there. Uh, so I'm gonna see if I can't just get, yeah. That's what I'm looking for. I'm gonna share this real quick. Y'all gonna get a kicking out of this. So the wait is over after after you break up with somebody. The movie is funny because it kind of gives you a look. What is going on with my stuff now? It kind of gives you a look into what happens after you break up with somebody, right? Because you want to know, what's it look like when you break up with somebody, like from their end. Like if you broke up with somebody, you was wondering, I wonder what they over there going through. Like you think about it, depending on how you did it, it might made you feel like really good about yourself if you dirty like that. But for me, it's just like I'm breaking up with people, but you really want to know, did it hurt them though? If you meant for it to hurt them, or you just sad because you know it hurts them. But I'm trying to put this in perspective right now. My phone acting up. All right, there we go. I'm gonna send this to myself so I can screenshot this to you. This is Breaking All the Rules, everybody. I want you to look at. I want y'all to check it out real quick. Jamie Foxx Breaking All the Rules, and so I gotta look at it for a second before y'all see it because they hit me. You can look at people's stuff for so long, and then you gotta cut it off because if you don't, then it's gonna be a mess. All right, all right. So this is what it looks like when you break up with somebody. All right, I just want y'all to see it for what it is. It's super funny. All right, all right. So when you break up with somebody, this is what it look like. I'm gonna hook y'all up. Screen share. This how they look on the other side.
Oh, man, what you want to feels good on my skin. You know what I mean? What you want? That's the way. Your mother Monty can worry sick about you, but she can call me every day early for a week. She worried about you, man. How come you can't call her back? You've been busy.
So I'm gonna stop sharing right now before I get copyright infringement. But fam is doing bad. All right. That's when Usher said let it burn, that's what it looks like. Fam answered the door, smoking a cigarette. He ain't talked to nobody in a week, and he wearing his ex's robe. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know it really affects somebody when somebody break up with you. And a lot of you been there. All right. So you definitely want to make sure that it is what it is. So I want to make sure that I get that out there. The wait is over. Now, I showed you that clip because, you know, if you become that unraveled after somebody says it's over, then you didn't have a good grip on who you were in the first place. A lot of you shouldn't be getting into relationships until you make sure that you understand who you are. And I did that before too. It wasn't just you. I've done it before. My thing, what I'm saying to y'all is this: don't get in a relationship unless you really have a good beat and a good grip on who you are. Because when the honeymoon is over, if you don't know who you are, what you're gonna fall back on? If you throw yourself into that person so much that when the honeymoon phase is over and that person's not really hollering at you, you don't really feel that special vibe that you woke up feeling in the morning. Like when that honeymoon, it hits like a ton of bricks, don't it? It hits like a ton of bricks. I'm just being real. It hits like a ton of bricks. Like a ton. And people are like, Taibu tripping. Oh my goodness. I did it wrong. I was going I didn't went live on the wrong station. That's my bad. Why does it keep doing that? My channel right here is trying to throw me off. All right. They don't want to give me anything. It's treating me. Man, this thing is treating me, bro. It don't want to give me what I'm looking for. My coach Taibu go live, but then when I come out of that and go back to, it wants to give me there we go. Man, it's crazy. So the Jamie Foxx scene right here, we're looking at the man, a screenshot it to you, breaking all the rules. You look at it, you know what it is. The man's all jacked up. You see him, he's all jacked up, without question. The man is at the crib. What's going on, Broadway agent? The wait is over. When the honeymoon phase is over, what do? Breaking all the rules. And for the best podcast viewing experience, hop on over here to YouTube at Taibu Muad'Dib and request to join live. All right. Breaking all the rules. The man, look at the man house. Look at the man house. Look at it. Morris Chestnut like, he like, it's just crazy. If this was you after any breakup at all, especially the last one, you're a mess. I want you on my show. Ooh, I want you on my show. Well, this is my coaching program, all right? Because we got to get you together. See, when you lose yourself in someone so much, when they say it's over, you don't know what to do. You start freaking out, doing wild stuff like slashing tires or bleaching clothes and stuff like that. Like, that's codependent. That's evidence it was a codependent relationship. Y'all look that up. Hook y'all up tonight. True Love Tuesday. The wait is over. After the love is gone. How do people make it past the honeymoon phase? Tonight, when Shay joins us for her segment, we're gonna give y'all a look into that. We'll be the guinea pig couple, right? All the other couples out there scared to bear their burdens online, I guess, on the podcast. We'll put it out there. How does it look when the honeymoon phase is over, right? How do you keep the passion for each other going? How do you build something beyond just the physical? These are all things that we're gonna talk about tonight. Um, Personally, I think that the wait is over because we have to make decisions, people. Young people, you're not going to be young forever. So, this podcast, this particular episode, I'm going to teach you guys how to make decisions, right? How to make those life decisions that are important. All right. Just keep it real. The life decisions that are so important. All right. When you think about it, let's say the wait is over, you think about it like you can go off the cuff and make a bad move and look back and be like, what was I thinking? Everybody? What was I thinking? Well, I'll tell you what you were thinking. You was thinking it was time to do something. And that's positive. You were thinking it's time to do something, and that's the most positive thing you could have. That's the most positive thing that could have happened to you. This guy right here, when I screen share this right here, when you see it, this guy clearly he didn't have that thought, right? Jamie Foxx, his girlfriend left him. He been in the house for a week, wearing her clothes, at least her robe, and letting the house go to trash. But why? Because when she said it's over, no matter how she broke up with him, he didn't have that thought. It's time for me to do something else. So I don't want you guys out there getting so lost into the person that you're with that you don't know how to, if they leave you or whatever, you don't know how to get on nothing else. I know people that have put on pounds and gained weight. I know people that perpetuate the cycle of hurt against themselves. Men going out there doing stuff, women going out there doing stuff, disrespecting their bodies, exposing their kids to all kind of emotional nonsense because they don't know how to do something else. If that person has chosen something to do, you have the right and you definitely should have the mindset to go do something else yourself. Write this down. I'm telling you right now, if that person, whether they did it behind your back or in your face, if that person decided to go do something else, you should not have been so caught up into that person to the point where you now don't decide to do the same thing. Make sense? Do something else. Don't end up like this idiot here. All right. So, what happens when you break up with somebody and they boss up and you sick? Has that ever happened to anybody? You break up with somebody when you young, you see them down the line and they balling, and you like, oh my goodness, I didn't see that coming. Yeah. Oh yeah. Bossed up, bottom line. And you got to think to yourself, no matter how difficult it might be to see your way through, you have to see your way through. You have to get yourself together, man, and see your way through. I'm telling you, got to do it. I got all these StreamYards open. I have like 5 StreamYards open. All right. And I just like I like Google because you can Google almost anything and something's gonna pop up because somebody just like you was searching for it. Love Google. All right. Let's see about this. This is what it comes down to. You know how it be. I don't know this movie, but it looks like a good example. So I'm gonna share it with you guys. Why not? Let's just go out on a limb. Let's just go out on a limb. And I would like to be ahead of the game with this. Things is heating up at the job. So sorry I'm doing this on the podcast. But it's organic like that, right? We can get to the bottom of it. Say tight, more deep, thick on his feet. All right. Let's go. Just some water running just to get y'all appetites wet for this deal right here.
Hey, I refuse to talk to you.
You just broke that promise.
Are you okay?
So good. Super, super good.
But you never told me you were coming. You never told me anything. Sure, if I may.
Talk to me.
Oh, yeah? That's because you're not married to him. Hey, I called you 5 times last year. I was worried about you.
You still in friends?
So I'm trying to see what this looks like. Oh, okay. All right. Yep. That about do it. All right. Let's get this going. Let's share this real quick right here. Yeah. You break up with somebody and they come back and they're doing better than you.
Are you ZOI?
No. But in 5 days, sadly, I'm the departure. It's a blessing. We're going to take care of the new pedestrian gig.
So he sees his ex. She got the whole family thing going on. He's still single. Y'all know what I'm saying. So that's what happens, man, when that one gets away. Pretty crazy, huh? So unlike Jamie Foxx, after they broke up, she found something to do. I do, in fact. She went for the big I do. But that's how it is, people. Like, just being 100 with you. That's what it really comes down to. Like, when the wait is over, do not hesitate. Do not hesitate to pull that trigger, man. When the honeymoon is over, you have a decision to make. But search your own self, right? Search your own soul. Don't put that person, don't drag that person down until I got to wait till I'm good. Don't be like that. Okay? What I want you to do is I want you to focus on taking the high road. I want you to be the person to make the right decision. So what do you think she did that what you think that she did that Jamie Foxx didn't do? Let's go. I'll tell you what she did. She realized that there was something out there for her greater than that situation. All right. And then she went and found it. Now, clearly she looks happy. He looks befuddled and confused, probably a little bit embarrassed, but she looks like she's doing just fine. Right? So, with that being said, Just shooting this link out here to a couple of people, seeing what they want to do. I'm telling you right now, starting it up. I know I love to talk. I intend to drop these little gems on you. If y'all be wanting to hop in here, that's cool. Certain amount of people I gotta hit up just to see what's going on with them. With my man Don Rico, he gonna snap if I don't send him the link anyway. Let's go. All right. So they broke up. This dude and the old girl, they broke up, and then she went on and got married and had kids. So the next time he sees her, he's looking we got a little egg on his face, right? Because he's single at that age. He ain't established nothing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So what's the deal? Well, I'll tell you what the deal is. That's what happens when people know who they are and the breakup happens versus a person that doesn't. That's the difference. The one went on and found love and happiness. The other one still searching, right? A decade and a half later, or whatever the case may be, still searching for something that only they can give themselves. If you didn't know that only you can give yourself real love, right? Other people are going to do their best to love you the way you want to be loved or to show you love, but only you can show yourself true love, right? It's going to have to come from you. Bottom line. Getting the word out. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm just saying the wait is over. When the honeymoon phase is over with, that person looking for you to make a decision. What's going on? What's going on, Ribs? What's going on, baby? Shut that about Instagram over there, man, on Facebook, on YouTube. When the wait is over, when that person, I'm gonna holler at you, Ribble. It's good to see you, man. When that person breaks up with you, what do you do? Do you lose control? What do you do? I want to know. I want to know. If you lose control, you end up like Jamie Foxx. If not, you good to go. I'm not in a competition with my exes. I'm not. Just trying to live my life the way I see fit. But that does not mean that it wouldn't feel good if I ran into one of my exes and I was doing well, like she doing well, and they were still all messed up trying to figure it out. Shout out to all the exes out there. That's faking it till they make it. Shout out to all you exes out there that go get with somebody just to say you with somebody. even though you look super ridiculous with that person, you shouldn't be with them. And that's saying a lot too. Because it's tough for y'all women. It really is. That's why when I went in on the men, I was actually giving y'all the game too, so that y'all can protect yourselves from a lot of BS that we throw at y'all. I just high number or low number. I personally don't think that I can. Yeah, nah. So women, y'all have it tough, man. You know what I'm saying? To get yourself to a place mentally where anybody can run down on that, depending on how you feel on any given day. but that if somebody breaks up with you and leaves you in the dust, that you would just now it's just every guy that meets you lucky night. You know what I'm saying? That's tough. That's a toughie. It's just every guy who meets you is his lucky night. That's tough. All right. Want to put it mildly. Got to get it right. Just trying to send out some of the links to the podcast. I'm glad that I had this opportunity to rock with y'all tonight. Generally speaking, on this podcast, I mean business. Tonight, I think that After the Love Is Gone is appropriate because so many of you wanted to make a different decision in 2023. So you ended your relationship. Cheers. Some of you just simply put plans in place to end your relationship. Cheers. All right. Some of you ain't do nothing at all. Uh-oh. Late arrival. What's going on, man? Everybody.
No.
Cousin Spencer Pinkston. When you gonna get rid of that slave master last name?
Hey, it's what it is, man. It ain't a slave master. Like I said, this last name ain't a slave master last name.
Man, don't go the D Flan route. You see, the young man ain't been back on since I shamed him for saying he was Black Irish.
Well, technically, our last name is Pink's last name is an Irish last name. I did that history of that one. I can't say I'm Black Irish. I'm just saying I'm Black.
Yeah, young homie, he was riding the show hard, and I had to crack on him. But at that age, I thought I was putting fat on his head. I didn't think he would take it seriously and just hop off the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to put him up on game. We predate the Europeans. So instead of you taking a European last name, it should have been them taking your last name. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line, they should say that they're white Kenyans, not you saying you Black Irish. It was just ridiculous. It was tough for me to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I get that.
I don't know. So I had to shame you. I had to shame everyone that was on my show that I shamed. They all deserved it. Cousin Spencer, have I shamed folks off the show?
That dude to be the first one I know of getting shamed off the show, but
shoot. My family out in Pittsburgh, they say I shame off the show, bro. They say I shame folks off the show. They say folks don't want to get shamed.
Hey, if you put yourself in that position, it happens.
They was trying to shame me a couple of shows. Shay tried to shame me. Don Rico, they tried to shame me. Him and Cousin Byron tried to shame me, bro. But I don't have any problem admitting I'm a mess.
Oh yeah.
That's
the first step of growth. If you could admit that you do something, if you admit your faults, things in your life.
Y'all write that down. Say it again, because they wasn't listening.
I said the sign of growth is when you can admit your own faults.
There it is.
Of you.
There it is. All right, we got cousin Spencer. Let me go back over my screen shares. And you tell me the right and the wrong way to deal with being broken up with. All right.
Okay.
Let me go through this situation right here. Okay. Just so you can see it. And I can only play so much because they copyright me. All right. They will. So I got it down to a couple of seconds. This is how not to react to getting broken up with. All right. I'm gonna play it. I want y'all to watch. All right.
Oh, man, what you want to do? Feels good on the skin. Feeling me? Which one? That's the one. Your mother must have been worried sick about you, but she every day early for a week. She worried about you, man. How come you can't call her back? You've been busy.
So if you look, if you saw that man house, what does house look like, bro?
Toe up.
The man ain't talked to his own mama in a week. His cousin had to come over there, get in his grill. He wearing his ex's robe around the house. Bleep whole naked, just run around the house. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, fam, what's this? Look, this is not how to deal with getting broke up with, fam.
Battery low.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Power off.
Damn. I need more power. This is not how to get broke. Look at the man house. You know? Look what he got on. He got on tube socks and her robe.
That's that where you get that emotional depression, as they call that, and being broken up with. You're sitting there sulking in your own misery, where you can be easily, all that can be easily fixed.
I mean, isn't that a sign of somebody that's codependent? That he got that was totally that was way too wrapped up into the other person.
True.
I mean, because if somebody says it's over, that's a clear indication they found something else to do or they want to. So why would you not be down to do the same thing?
That's because, like they say, like one person, like how's they say that?
Talk to me.
One person has your heart, but you don't have the other person's heart, in a sense.
What
So
the
it
hell
feels like,
what the hell you talking about, cousin?
no, it's like that's part where he with that situation, in that sense, like the person he was with no longer, like they don't feel the love for them, but that person holding on to love that don't exist.
I feel you.
So that's why in his mindset he holding on to something that he thinking is still real and not no longer there, but he not realizing it yet till it really actually somebody actually fully breaks it down to him. Like, man, look, that woman no longer loved you. You got to find a way to love yourself in the process, because that's what happened.
Now let me know this right now, cause a person can leave somebody and still be in love with them.
True. Very true.
So that what you just said, it wasn't shameful. I just think it was grammatically incorrect, because if a person leaves somebody, technically they've just decided that it's time to do something else.
No. I'm saying where I'm saying, like, for that person, she might not have no longer loved him, but he still loved the person of something that ain't, it ain't real anymore, but he not grasping it or letting it take hold of him because he wasn't ready to let it go. I'm this coming from some real experience.
Yeah. Well,
I learned to grow from that, because like even today I had to let something go, and it took a memory away from me, but it was not like a bad memory. but I had to let
I
that
mean,
go, and
I
I felt better afterwards. Now,
I'm human, you
yeah.
know. So I cried one time over a woman once, and it wasn't like a cry all night cry, you know.
No, it's just that when them emotions get there, man, it hits. You can't affect that. Like you said, we human.
Fam, I cried one time, once. It was many,
That's
many
because
moons. It was many,
that's
many
because
moons.
when you cry like that, that's because you truly, truly, truly love that person when you cry.
It was many, many, many moons ago. Cause I cried one time. I was just overcome. I couldn't. I couldn't. I couldn't maintain because it just came out like that. It was unexpected too. It was one of unexpected. They want to unexpected ugly face cries. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I know. I know. I know how it goes, man. I've been there. Trust me, I've
Man,
been there.
man, look. And I resolved within myself that push come to shove, it was never ever going to happen again.
That's because
Ever. And it never did.
yeah, because what was that? How they say that? You built the guard up that was so high that nobody could actually break through that. So nobody would never make you feel that way again.
Nah. I just learned that he who laughs best.
True, that's true. But you still, hey, but you
So
still built you.
as soon as she break my heart, I get to scheming and planning.
Hey, in all honesty, what I started learning to do now, if I'm ever gonna ever get a relationship, I'm not gonna make a true emotional attachment.
You gonna get a relationship, cause I'm matchmaking this year. We gonna see about this thing.
No, I said well, if I get in a relationship, I'm not getting
And I
emotionally
just sat here and
attached.
told you this is gonna happen. You, Don Rico, I'm matchmaking on this joint. I got folks that watch the podcast from Milltown, all over Wisconsin. We gonna secret admire a couple of people. I might get a phone number from you and get them online, like just call them up, have them online at the radio station.
One thing you cannot do with
You
me,
like my cousin Spencer,
please,
huh?
please do not play matchmaker because I do have my types of women that I like, and
Fam, listen to me. Listen to me. I'm gonna tell you one thing for sure. God don't give us what we want. He give us what we need. So I'm just saying, you gotta let go and let God, bro. Especially like for guys like me, I'm gonna tell you something. That's why me and Shay. I hope she's up to it. But True Love too. That we're trying to get couples on here to talk about, you know what I'm saying, what works for couples that are struggling or want to find true happiness and true love. And I think that we're at a position in a place now where we can help some folks out with that. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah, I need to get all your information because there was a dude I ran into yesterday. We had a good conversation. He was like he's still married, but he was going through the divorce, and he was telling me about his situation. There's a a brother.
What do you
He was
say?
telling me about it.
What do you say?
No, he told me about his situation, what he going on with his wife. He actually literally sat down with his wife and he said, "Look, we going in a circle." And he basically let her know that he was cheating on her, whatever. But he was like, "I feel bad because you feel like you're accepting me doing this." But I was like, I told him that's good that you was mad enough to let her know that. So you didn't keep. He's like, I didn't want to feel like I want to keep secrets from her, so I just told her. I just told her, look, this was happening. You know, and he broke everything down to her. He was like, I want, I want you. I'm not happy. He said, and I don't want to feel like I'm wasting anything. I don't want to make you unhappy with the relationship because you accepted me. She was like, we can work through this or whatever. He was like, we can. He said, it's been years or whatever, and still feel like it's the same. And I understood that whole.
How'd you believe that You're a Mess could help him? How'd you believe the platform could help him?
Like he'd get on there and he could talk about like how we talk, like how young brothers to being better and making better choices in relationship choices and things of that nature.
Taibu Muad'Dib right here on You're a Mess, man, shutting down all the other relationship podcasts, soon to be the #1 relationship podcast in the world. Trust me, because I'm keeping it 100 down here. I ain't gonna mess with you. If you shame yourself, you will be ashamed. But if you truly need help, yeah, definitely. So what you can do is see a guy like that. I'm gonna go ahead and put you up real quick, cause you're my dude. So just send them to patreon.com, man, / Coach Taibu, and tell them to join the online coaching program.
Yeah. Because I was trying to let him know about it. I was like, look, you need to get on my cousin's podcast, man.
Yeah. Also, well, he can just type the name in. You can just search me by you can forward the link to him off of YouTube. You can just forward the link right now to him in a text message. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is basically like, because that's what I just got done doing for the screen share. Because
I'm trying to get people on this, like
hey. So look, when you go to it, you see it has the share button. You click that share button, unless you have a cricket.
I got no freaking cricket.
It gives you the option to use the text message. So the green button for me is the text message. So it should come right up. All you gotta do is put the person's information in there, searching your contacts, and do the text message. You good? You know what I mean? So
yeah, I'm trying to get people to get in on this, man. Like, build yourself a little bit better. Build yourself better and learn from this.
Yeah, all he has to do is binge watch my show. He gonna find himself.
You got a lot of people out here that don't know how to really utilize or work in a relationship or make their relationship work, because first of all, half of them ain't got good communication skills. That's the biggest one. Everybody basing it off, like you said, either trying to get a body count or just just out there giving it up freely, because that's the new norm.
So how long you known this guy?
No, I met him yesterday because I was trying to do a trade. I was trying to trade my car in.
Oh, okay. Just one thing led to me. I was just chopping it up.
Yeah, and he was telling me about his situation because he had asked me, because like they usually ask you questions like, are you married or something? And I was like, no, I'm widowed. So he was like, yeah, he broke it down to me what he was going through.
Shay Houston, everybody. What? Oh. Why is it even on that side? Yeah, say it again because you don't say it loud enough.
He heard me. I seen him wave.
Oh.
I was
looking down. He was just talking about a guy that he had bumped into. He thought the show would be able to help. Yeah, definitely plugging. So we can go to the right or wrong segment. We saw the breaking all the rules thing. So let me go to the next screen share, cuz, and show you how you supposed to break up, what you supposed to do when somebody breaks up with you. All right, and what you supposed to do. Sit. Sit. Don't make me hop.
Can't do the dogs, man.
Just be click clocking in the background. Check this out. Everybody check this out. This how you supposed to act when you break up. Oops. Ooh, hold on. Dang. I had it all queued up and everything. Put me out. Here we go. That's his ex right there.
Are you serious?
No.
That's him.
But 5 days, sadly, the departure. There's a blessing that we're going to take care of in the new pedestrian gate. Awesome. Fine. You know the deal. It's bold.
So you look at it, right? Mm-hmm. Jamie Foxx, how was he looking after his girlfriend broke up with him?
Depressed.
It was bad. Shorty, you see, when Fan broke up with Shorty, she wouldn't made it happen, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, her oldest girl was like what 13, so that's like 15 years ago they broke up. You know what I'm saying? He's still single, trying to figure it out. She got the house, the home, the husband. You know what I mean? Like, so that's what you do when somebody breaks up with you. You gotta be able to just go ahead and get on something else. Make sure that you maintain healthy boundaries in relationships, people, so that if the worst happens, I don't care how bad it is. If your brother or sister or cousin or coworker, if you have a job, say you have a job, and your girlfriend comes to you all the time at the job, and you're like, damn, honey, you up here a lot. You know, people that's on the gas. You know what I'm saying? But then it comes out that she's because she banging somebody that's at your job. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how bad the situation ends up being. You can't lose yourself in the situation enough to where when she break up with you or he break up with you, ladies, that you lose yourself like Jamie Foxx. You got to be able to know who you are, know what you really want. You know what I'm saying? Like Shorty obviously did. If y'all look, the funny thing is, if you look at them, that's her type, right? Let me screen share this again. If you look at them, they look similar. I had a girlfriend one time, and my dude said he saw her with her new dude, and he looked just like me.
Well, that's a type.
You can't tell me them dudes don't look almost the same. Look at him.
Oh,
Then look at him. You can't tell me they don't look similar. Then she embarrassingly asked him if he wanted to come to dinner. Fucking Europeans. Oops. But
I had a situation like that with when mine's left, like when my wife left me for another person. Like her thing was like she asked me this bogus question like are you all right? Like down the line. She asked me like am I all right? Like was I supposed to be okay? But after a while I got over it. I was like, I'm good.
I mean, without going into too much detail, what was that first week like after she left?
Be honest, it was hell. I ain't gonna lie to you. I felt terrible, but the reason I was feeling the way I was feeling because not because she left me for somebody else. It was just simple fact I kept holding on to something that was no longer there, and that was what was eating at me.
You want to speak on that?
Do it.
You want to speak on that?
What?
That first week after that person leaves, and still holding on to something that wasn't there. You want to speak on that? All right. So we see the Aloha scene, and we seen Jamie Foxx. Wasn't what it was.
And did you get that one thing I sent you on Facebook?
That's what I said.
All right, welcome back to another episode.
I don't know. I don't know because I ain't gonna front. What was it?
It was a message thing. It was something about. It was a lady was saying about like
Oh, they
what
expire sometime. Yeah, it's on my end. It's attachment unavailable. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I saw you had sent me something. Yeah, but it's attachment unavailable. Yeah, you did send me something. I was meant to ask you about that too. So go ahead, tell me what it was.
It was a lady that
you
was
saying
on.
it again, I'll put it up. I'll put it up on the screen.
Yeah, it was a lady talking about what men actually will be attracted to, like women, how they change they self, like not like physically, but they do it surgically to try to make themselves look good and think they attractive men, but it's not attractive men. It's to make themselves feel good, not make the man feel good about looking at them. Because she was like, a man will be a man. If a man like feels like he's fat or whatever, what are you gonna do? He gonna go to the gym and work out and make himself look good. They like women now don't want to put in the work with that. They just say, "Oh, I'm just gonna go get cosmetic surgery. I'm gonna get my lips done. I'm gonna get these injections in my body and all this stuff, and get all this fake stuff done to their body, and then be like, oh yeah, every man gonna love me how the way I look, but you only doing it for you was only doing it for yourself." It was like what a man wants you to do is just change your attitude, not your body.
Okay, that's real stuff. Okay, well, shoot, we're gonna get off into about a wrong segment. I don't know what's going on with it. Is there a time limit?
Let's see about
We're gonna see. You want to talk about this right wrong segment, Shay?
No, because it was like a last minute. Hurry up, find some.
Stop it real quick. Juicy J was on Twitter. He said, "There's nothing wrong with paying for a woman's bills. We need to stop that. Like, you know what I mean, that narrative. Like, there's something wrong with it. Y'all believe? Y'all think he telling the truth? He's spitting game. What's the word?
For men not to pay women bills on one?
No, he's saying there's not an issue with it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Oh, I feel like
if you're giving the kitty out, why?
to take care of females, women.
So what was woman? So what was woman?
Providing, you're barely protected. You don't know how to fight anymore. I mean, what are you doing? What am I doing with you?
Niggas don't know how to
What am I doing with you? If I gotta provide for myself and protect myself, what do I need you for?
Exactly, lifestyle.
You cooking and
More
cleaning?
masculine. Give birth, be pregnant, do all this stuff, have a career, and take care of home, and make sure you're pleased, and make sure everything's clean. What do I need you for?
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
So you doing all those things?
Everything.
Okay.
Everything.
Okay. That's fair. If you want a few women that's actually doing that, then that's understandable. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not paying no woman's bill unless you my shorty. I'm sorry, my wife. Like, you know what I'm saying? And at that point, I'm paying our bills. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, there it is. What do you think, cuz? Everybody on the show right now has been married before, so we can just go around the horn. What do you think, cuz?
When you married, that's a different story because you gotta. It's a we thing, not just like you said, a our thing. When we married, that's a our thing. We have to take care of our bills. When you're in a relationship, you're not obligated to go off because if we're in two separate places, I'm not obligated to pay for your bills when you over there taking care of yourself. You was doing it before I met you, right? Why should I be the one paying for something now?
You a man, ain't you?
Exactly. I pay for my own stuff in my own house where I'm living at. These like most women now, they feel like you gotta, but like you say, like dating prostitution in order to make them feel happy.
Finally, that's what I'm talking about. That's elevation right there. Don't get caught up in dating prostitution. All right. My man kept it 100. Shay?
I mean, with this one, that's why I didn't know if I wanted to play that part of the clip, but it's kind of crazy because, okay, how long we've been in this relationship? Like, you don't just, okay, we've been together for 6 months. I'm gonna start paying all your bills. Like, that's something that a married couple, does. So I was kind of like on the fence about it because it's like, how do you expect somebody that you know, trying to date or trying to make your wife or husband or whatever, and then you already thinking about, okay, I'm gonna be paying your bills, I'm gonna be, you know, it's kind of not, you know, some that you talk about when you first dating. You know what I'm saying? It's like a
down the
okay,
line.
we've been rocking, you know, this year or two or whatever. You know, I want to. You know.
So what's the timeline on that? What's the timeline to really start talking about assuming some bills for her?
Well, if y'all both serious, I would say after the year or two.
What do you think about that, cousin Spencer?
I agree with that. You know, a year or two. I should say a year and a half to 2 years. Never go after the full year because anything could be going on with that time. So I say a year and a half to 2 years, flat out. Then y'all can start talking about that because on the third year y'all might be getting more serious than you probably are.
Look, there's chicks out there that will ask for money and will tell you they don't expect to do anything for it. There's chicks out there that will be like, my friend has a guy that gives her money and takes her to the mall and stuff like that, and they just hang out. I was like, what?
So she got a sugar daddy.
But what I'm saying is they want the daddy without the sugar. Like, say that, bro. I'm talking about keep it 100. Say that.
Yeah.
They want the daddy without the sugar. Like, and they're saying that to individuals. They'll give you their number just because they're thinking, okay, just for the thought that I might be able to get some more or get some, or excuse me, the thought that I might be able to get some of this young tender. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
All I gotta do is just keep spending and spending and spending. All Shorty gotta do is change the number.
But that's a problem now with what's going on now. All these somebody, I forgot whoever this light skinned dude was on the thing. He was saying some dumb stuff like that, like, oh, if you ain't paying her bills, oh, you a bozo. It's just like saying all this dumb stuff. Like, hey, if you gotta go half on her with it, what does she need you for if you gotta go half on bills with her? Like, what do you mean if you gotta go half? What, so you supposed to go out of your way to pay everything? No.
Well, let's be honest though, cuz a lot of people don't want to keep it 100 with the person that they're with. That's how I see it. The way you keep it 100 with the person that you with is either to build that person or get lost. Them is the only ways to keep it real. If you with that person and they're a stepping stone, we had that podcast, or they're in the way, whatever the case may, or you just plotting a scheme. Like, if you want to keep it real, build that person or bust a move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Other everything else is uncivilized. Man, I appreciate you for hopping on the show. We all like, Ty, stop starting at 9:45. Man, my job is crazy because
I know the feeling, man. I'm getting back on track on mine right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had to last like before the new year came in. Oh, days before Christmas, my car got totaled.
What?
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Yeah, because I was delivering I made my last delivery. I'm driving, like, going down an incline. 10 miles an hour, literally.
Dang.
10 miles an hour going down this thing, just going 10 because the roads were bad. Because they didn't plow this area I was at.
Wisconsin.
Soon as I try to get up to the stop sign, they would not stop. They were just going right out into the road. I'm trying to turn the wheel, cut the wheel, doing everything. It was like my car wouldn't go nowhere but towards the ditch. Smacked the whole tree. Lucky the tree was there, because if it wasn't, I would have hit the power box and we wouldn't be having this conversation.
So 10 miles an hour did that.
Yes.
Yes, no.
super slow.
Yeah, I remember hitting Watertown one time. I hit the brakes. I didn't think I was going that fast either. Nothing but ice. You can't do nothing. You just in a big hunk of metal, just going wherever it go. Well, look, I appreciate you hopping in here tonight. Tell me before I hop off here, what I mean. You've been quoting the podcast. You telling me that you meeting people that could benefit from watching it.
Yeah,
I'm going into the matchmaking joint. So what I want you to do is like, I want you to think about, like, you said you know you're a woman, the type of woman that you want to date, but what's your plan to be accessible to her?
That's the other key. Right now, I'm focused on trying to get me together first before I jump into something. That's my biggest thing right now.
How long has it been since you were married? I mean, since your wife passed, and she rests in peace.
It's been a year since she's been laid to rest, basically.
I didn't know that, bro.
Yeah.
I thought this was like history. I didn't know that this just happened.
Yeah, it's been like a year since she passed. She like
I've been clowning him the whole time I've been on the whole podcast. I've been messing with him the whole time. Like, I didn't know it was like recent. I thought it was like a long time ago.
Yeah, this happened like.
Well, you a strong dude then. Shout out to Cousin Spencer, everybody, for dealing with that. Oops, my bad. Dealing with that treacherous situation, man. Definitely want to make it known. Well, the matchmaking thing would be, sincere. I really want to help people find what me and Shay have. Briefly, because this is about after the love is gone. Shay, after the honeymoon phase ended, I can go first. Just putting it out there. After the honeymoon phase ended, what's the game plan then? When the honeymoon phase is over, it doesn't mean that you don't like the person, you don't love the person. It's just the honeymoon part of it's gone. What do you feel like happened once the honeymoon phase ended with us? What do you feel like made you want to keep going?
Because I love you.
So how do you feel like you held on to that passion though that made you want to be? You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like for the people that are going through, like, right? Because a lot of people go through that. They hit that wall, and it's just like, you get disinterested. You know what I'm saying? And it's a really time when you can do a lot of things wrong, but you can do some things right too, though. You know what I'm saying? You think about yourself and with the other person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
The main thing with that is it's just, I could really say it's just reality in life just hits you all at that time. Once your honeymoon phase over, where you got to deal with everything, and it's just finding the time for one another is the other key to it. That's the real big thing, because like it could be work, other daily things of life, and y'all trying to make that time, and that's what it feels like. It kills the honeymoon phase. Sometimes you just gotta find those little key moments, or do something that's spontaneous, like out of the blue. Like you could send flowers to your woman at work. That's just
Sending flowers to your woman at work is definitely a way to get cool points. But what I'm saying is we know the honeymoon phase is I can't keep my hands off you. So then now what happens when you come in the room like,
why you in here?
That's typical in any relationship, because y'all just won't. You gotta find time for some space between each other so you can make things work too. While y'all there in the house, you need that space while you're in the house. That's why a man has his man cave and a woman has her little area she at.
Wow. I hate that commercial. That's the stupidest commercial. That she shed commercial. That was the stupidest commercial ever made on the commercial. It didn't last very long either, did it? You know what I'm saying? You didn't get no spin-offs.
Everybody remember it though.
You ain't get no spinoffs. Okay, you remember it because it was different, but still it was tarded. So when the honeymoon phase ended for me, like I became a seeker. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted at least some of that back. You know.
Of course.
I mean, I had to play detective for a little while. I wanted to know where that energy was going. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got on BS for real. I was like, hold on. You know.
Sometimes maybe the energy ain't left nowhere. Sometimes it just feels like it just slows down.
Well, I mean,
and so what are things that
I just gotta find something that's in common for y'all both, or however you want to put like common for the both people to make it work. Like always find something common for each other.
Right.
Like sit down, watch a show together. Like y'all could binge, a show that y'all attached to, or something that y'all love binge watching, or find a movie that y'all both interested in going to see that y'all really want to love to go see.
But it's like, how do you start to be like, okay, this ain't working. I don't know what happened. Like,
always got to sit and talk.
Yeah, I wonder, like, how long it takes for somebody to.
Everybody's not a talker though, cousin Spencer. Everybody doesn't resolve stuff like that.
I know, but
I mean, love languages with their 5 or 6 love languages. Everybody's love language isn't the same, but let me. This is a cautionary tale to all of you.
Yeah,
don't try to force the person that you're with to communicate with you your love language. All right, that's a big no.
I understand that completely because I already know that. It's like
Go ahead, Shay. Shay was trying to break something down. Go ahead. You were saying something real quick. Give her one second.
I didn't mean to cut her off.
No, she was trying to break something down. No, it's just he talks really soft, so you probably didn't even know she was going in. Go ahead.
No, I'm just trying to figure out, like, at what point do the man or the woman be like, okay, what happened? How do we get back to, where we was at the beginning? Like, how do you know when it's like, okay, if we don't do something, then we gonna break up?
Sometimes it's just best to learn what they say. What's the 2 things in life that are constant all the time?
What are they?
Change and change, no matter how you look at it. So you just gotta learn to go with it, change with it. If those situations change with them. You don't have to grow apart from each other, but change with the situation that you're doing.
What do you? So I ain't gonna lie. I made when the honeymoon phase was over, I made my decision immediately, but it was selfish. After spending a couple of holidays with Shay, I didn't want to. I basically got selfish. I was just like, I don't know really if I want to still be with her, but she damn sure can't go be with nobody else. You know what I'm saying? That's what my mind was.
What?
Yeah. I'm not
sharing.
I'm just saying, like, in my mind, I was just thinking, like, I come along and I'm like, I listen good. I try to listen good. So if y'all want to know what her story is, she come on the podcast and she broke it down. Y'all gotta go back and binge watch the second 100 episodes. But in my personal opinion, and it's just my opinion, don't judge me. I don't believe that Shay had really dealt with, what up everybody on Instagram? I don't believe that Shay really dealt with guys that was real dudes. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to allow her to go back out there and choose some lame and just bless him. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was blessing all these lanes with her beauty and her body and, trying to help build them into, help them, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like she was, but they was, so they never really. I don't think, to be honest with you, I mean, that any guy that met her and kicked it with her on any level, like, and just, you know, had opportunity to kick it with her at all and didn't keep her. Like, I just think that she just didn't really have, you know, she wasn't picking decent guys. So I had to think for a second, like, what am I doing if I allow her to go back out there? She hasn't been around me long enough, a real dude long enough to know the difference. If I leave her now, she's gonna keep making the same mistakes. I think that, like, all the men around her, and I found this out from one of her brothers. All the men around her look at her like she should carry the load. It's the ridiculous thing I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? You know, she had one baby daddy, never wanted to be involved. You carry the load. Ex-husband left her to carry the load by herself. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. You know, she had another boyfriend. She just told me that that was in her blood, so she just carried the load anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did he do with it? So I'm just saying, like, I just felt like if she didn't spend enough time with me to be able to see the difference, you know what I'm saying? That I didn't feel comfortable, you know, letting her go like that. You know what I'm saying? I guess kind of made me focus on her better qualities in tough times. That makes sense?
Yep.
You know, just by me feeling that way, like I was stingy, it made me focus on her better qualities. You know what I'm saying? A couple more holidays, and I was convinced they couldn't have her. You don't know what I want to do. You don't know what I want to do with her. They can't have her.
Backwards, what?
That's real deal. What am I supposed to say?
That's weird.
No, it's not.
That's weird.
No, I don't treat you good.
That's weird.
I don't treat you good. That's just no
I
question.
think the drink is talking.
I don't treat you weird. I don't treat you good.
What they got to do with what we talking about?
Well, answer the question. Yeah, quiet might as well know. Do I treat you good? All right. I treat her all right. Right? I treat her all right. That's what it comes down to. I treat her all right, cuz. So I gotta step my game up, or somebody comes by and treats her good, don't take her. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta get myself together.
Oh, so you hindering somebody? Is that
No.
what you just said?
No. Your filter is off right now.
Ain't that what he just said?
I asked you if I treat you good. You said no, just all right. Well, I said if somebody come along, I gotta step my game because somebody come out and treat you good. This is your filter. This is your definition of all right versus good. I know I'm treating you good. Well, you the bingo, because I'm a hard guy to get along with. Hold on. Stop nodding your head now. Oh wow.
I didn't know y'all could say me.
Well, I mean, look, everybody, this is what I'm talking about. So this is why I go. But what I'm saying is, if I'm being honest about how I got past the honeymoon phase.
And all I gotta say is, what about them Cowboys?
Oh, man.
Hey, the Steelers still won, so I don't care.
Ready for Sunday. Still want to send a shout out to DeMar family. We still praying for you, brother. We want you back. So y'all keep him up in y'all prayers. His family, teammates, us fans.
That's tough. So my cousin's cricket just started acting up. We get about a solid 45 minutes. Next thing you know,
I think that'd be his TV or something.
Nah, like, cause he's trying to hide it, but he never showed his phone. You know what I'm saying?
How he gonna show you when he on it? That makes it like, how he supposed to be like, hold on, y'all,
let me show you the phone. How it's on the phone. That's gonna be impossible to do.
Let me show y'all.
No, he goes like, yeah. That's what I was going to say. You gotta have at least one mirror in the house. That's my cousin's creepy. You ain't got one beer in that whole house.
I got plenty of
Now,
beers.
hey, look, look. There was one day when Cuz was walking through his house, and I'm like, dang, Cuz, you ain't got there yet. Cuz got a mansion. You know what I'm saying? Cuz was like, remember that one day you was talking to me, you kept on walking. I was like, Cuz, you ain't got there yet. Cuz, the walk. I'm like, what's going on? We got like 15 minutes. Cuz was just still walking. I'm like, what's going on? Like,
Oh no, it's just
am I tripping? That was you. That was you, right? That was you.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Yeah. I'm like,
It's like you got a big house.
No, that's why that's why I was trying to holler at you when you was up there on Thanksgiving. That's why I was like, shoot, I think he's got busy or something, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'll wait for you to
I go by my parents for Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's what it was. Okay. Cause I was so finna come down there.
And I had to get picked up for Thanksgiving because my during that time my all my
you said that. That's what it was.
All my calibers, literally all my calibers blew out on my car.
Wow. That's what he said it was too.
Why would y'all want to stay somewhere where like
it was 57. It was 57 degrees today.
Yes.
It was nice because I leave out the house about 8 o'clock, and it'd be like no, you don't need no jacket, no coat, no nothing. Like it'd be sunny, like it's crazy.
And it's crazy.
It was nice today here today. It was up in
the 57 degrees.
So y'all got snow on the ground?
No.
It ain't no snow.
No.
It wasn't 57 degrees though.
It was foggy out today. Like it was like close to 50 degrees today.
What?
Yeah.
In January?
Yes.
Global warming. We all gonna die.
It's been some weird weather. Hey, what was that back there? Like, what was it like? 08 when that tornado happened.
I was just up there, fam. In like 2019, it was like the coldest January ever, bro. It was so cold. Listen, let me tell you what happened. What happened was I went to work. I was working at a factory called Playcom. I was in there getting money though. I parked my 99 Volkswagen Passat in the parking lot. I came out to go home. It was a 12-hour shift. It was like 2 degrees below zero. You know what I'm saying? I had to rush back in the factory. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no sitting there. I was all freezing. When I got to the car, I had to run back in the door and swipe my car and get back up in there. You know what I mean?
Why would y'all want to stay somewhere where it's cold like this?
You know what the craziest thing people say this though? Like people who come from like up north or the Midwest, we work hard because of the weather we in. Because like if we ever go down south, we just stay working because we used to it. The heat won't bother us because we so used to being in the freezing cold. We'll work whatever it is.
It's just like I seen some of the cars when we came up there, and they had like rust, like where the tires. Like, why is my car getting messed up because of the weather? Like, no, I couldn't.
It's due to the salt, water. You know, everything eats at it after time.
My car already gonna, lose its value. Why help it?
My other car set up in the garage for like over a year.
Man, look, I don't know about that. Texas is a vibe though, because I ain't gonna find you ain't never been down this way, man. You missing out. That was a trip. Houston is a big deal. It's a trip.
I never traveled a lot. I only been to 4 states, literally.
What?
Literally.
Texas on your bucket list.
Cuz 6 years old. Cuz playing his backyard. Cuz been to Iowa, Minnesota, Illinois, Indiana. You know what I'm saying?
My birthday was, from Chicago. Here, Wisconsin is the second one. Indiana and Ohio. That's the only 4 states I've been to.
Cuz ain't been nowhere. Cuz you tripping. You tripping.
At least go where it's warm.
It's for me. It was hard for me to travel during the time because I was always working.
Well, we look. If you fly local to the DFW area, you can come into the podcast studio live. We're going to start this year. We're going to open up the podcast studio for guests in studio. We got the podcast. We're going to go crazy. But we appreciate you, man. I think Shay did a good job of talking about how to get past the honeymoon phase with somebody. For her, it was just based on love. Me, stingy. But whatever chokes your chicken and floats your boat at the same time, I say get about that thing, all right?
What chicken?
Whatever chokes your chicken and floats your boat at the same time.
It's a saying.
What chicken?
Y'all know the anthem. Stick around and sing it with us if you feel blessed on today. If you want Taibu Muadi, like my cousin Spencer, the matchmaker for you this year, we'll do a show where you put it out there what you're looking for. I ask you a couple of questions. We'll circulate it. Get some hits back. Thank God that I'm blessed, even though I'm a mess. Thank God that I'm blessed, even though I'm a mess. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. All right, everybody. You know what it is. Tune in tomorrow. Damn, Wild Out Wednesday. You know we don't mess around on Wednesday. It's going down. I'm going to have a topic and some screen shares that's going to make you so good you're going to want to respect your mama. It is what it is what it is. I ain't playing around. And if you really need some real life coaching, man, go to patreon.com/Coach Taibu. I am going to reinstate the coaching and the motivational speaking this year because my story is this house by the lake. Going overboard, Taibu Muadi, Shay Houston, everybody. All right, everybody. Appreciate you. Cousin Spencer, don't go nowhere. I'm going to end the broadcast.